If you want your 2026 to actually change your life and not just look good on paper, this video is for you. I stopped relying on motivation and willpower and started relying on systems. I am not guessing anymore. I'm using ChatGPT as a thinking partner to set clear goals, stay aligned, and execute without burning out. And before you click away, this isn't about ChatGPT specifically. This works with any AI tool. What matters is how you use them. In this video, I will show you the exact system I'm using to lock in my goals, remove mental friction, and move into 2026 with clarity and momentum. Quick disclaimer before we start, I'm using the paid version of ChatGPT because it allows me to organize my life into projects, which makes everything cleaner and more efficient. But I want to be very clear. The system I'm showing you works with any AI tools, including the free version. Now, let me show you how I actually structure my life. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Layla. I stopped treating my life like one big to-do list and started treating it like separate lanes. Most people have goals, they're scattered everywhere, notes, apps, journals, their head, and then they wonder why they feel so overwhelmed. Projects change that for me. Each project represents one area of my life with its own goals and priorities and decisions. So when I sit down, I am not asking what should I work on, I already know. This alone removes the mental friction. This is my control center. Instead of keeping everything in my head, I externalize it. Each one of these projects represent a line of my life, my health, my money, my work, my learning. This is where my goals live. Trust that once the structure is there, execution becomes easier because decisions are already made. So let me walk you through how I actually used it. All right, so I will start with this one because it's very concrete. It's my journey to 69. This project exists for one reason, to remove daily decision fatigue around my body, my food, and my energy. So part one is more like a nutrition tracking system. I tell ChatGPT what I eat and the quantity. Sometimes I describe it, sometimes I send a picture. Based on the goals that we've set together, it calculates calories and protein intake. Throughout the day, I can see if I'm on track without obsessing. The key here is awareness and consistency. Then the second part is the cooking and the grocery. I also use it for cooking. I can tell it what I have at home, describe it, or again, send a picture, and it gives me recipes that align with my goal. This alone saves me so much mental energy. And the part three is the fitness planning. For workouts, I give it very clear parameters, my goals, the area that I want to work on, and the time I actually have. It creates a weekly workout plan that fits my real life, not some unrealistic routine. This is how I stay aligned without burning out. Notice something important here. I am not asking AI to decide for me. I'm using it to support execution. That's the difference between using AI as a crutch and using it as a multiplier. Another project I use a lot is investment strategy. This one is important to me because money decision shouldn't be emotional, rushed, or confusing. And yet, most financial information that we get is dense, it's overwhelming, and honestly, it's discouraging to read. This project helps me think clearly before any money is involved. I mainly invest in ETFs, and when I'm considering new ones, I will gather the information, the brochure, the descriptions, the strategies, and bring them here. Instead of getting lost in technical language, I ask AI to break down things clearly for me, to compare several ETFs side by side, to highlight the differences in the risk, exposures, and long-term intent. I also use it to help me balance my portfolio, not to decide for me, but to see where I might be overexposed or under-diversified. I also want to be very clear here. This is a preliminary research. I always go back to primary sources for official up-to-date data. AI helps me ask better questions, but it doesn't replace due diligence. It sharpens my thinking before I commit. I also use this project to ask questions about the market, in general, about financial institutions, about investment vehicles in the US or in France, etc., real estate, long-term planning decisions. Sometimes I'm not looking for answers. I'm just looking for clarity and for knowledge that can be explained to me simply. What this project has really done for me is remove urgency around money decision. When you are calm, you make better choices. And when you understand your options, you stop reacting and you start deciding. Now, this same structure applies beyond money. Of course, I use projects the same way for learning, for growth, and for skill building. So let me tell you about one of my favorite examples. Do you want to learn a new language? You are going to love this one. Another project I use, and honestly, it is one of the most revolutionary ones for me, is Korean study or keeping up with my Korean. If you've ever tried to learn a new language, you know the hardest part isn't grammar, it's consistent practice. And usually that means paying for apps, tutors, or conversation partners. This definitely changed with ChatGPT. ChatGPT has a voice conversation feature, so I literally speak to it in Korean. Of course, I set very specific rules. First, correct my sentences, then respond, and then keep the conversation going. So I can talk about my day, my plans, or anything and get real-time feedback. It's like having a patient, always available conversation partner. I also use this project for grammar. If something, let's say, confuses me, I will ask for an explanation, but not in a textbook way, but in simple language with examples. Because it's all in one project, everything stays connected. My conversations, my corrections, the explanations. What makes this powerful is consistency. I don't have to schedule anything. I don't have to open 5 different apps. I just show up and I practice. Progress comes from repetition, not perfection. Now, does this replace immersion or real human interactions? Of course not. It doesn't. But as a tool for daily practice, especially if you're busy, it's incredibly effective. It lowers the barrier to learning. This idea applies to other areas of my life, from self-care to beauty to how I think through personal challenges. So let me show you how I use it for that. Another project I use is beauty, and not in the trend chasing way, but in an intentional problem solving way. When it comes to skincare, to hair or body care, there's a lot of noise, too many opinions, too many products. I use this project to describe the issues that I'm dealing with. It could be dryness or breakouts or sensitivity to like hair concern or whatever. And I ask for guidance. I can ask for product suggestions, routine ideas, ways to simplify what I'm already doing. It helps me structure a regimen instead of guessing. Of course, this doesn't replace a dermatologist or professional advice, but it helps me become a more informed consumer. I make fewer impulse purchases and more intentional choices. And this idea of intention doesn't stop at beauty. It's actually how I approach thinking about my life in general. As you probably know, on this channel, I love journaling. Writing has always been a way for me to process my thoughts, but sometimes journaling alone keeps you inside your own perspective. This project gives me something powerful, a space to bounce ideas. I will explain a situation. It could be personal, relational, or business related. I will share the context, the constraints, what I'm feeling, and I would ask for perspective. Not to be told what to do, okay? But to see the situation more clearly. It helps me kind of zoom out. I've also used this project to think through business structures and map ideas or troubleshoot challenges or create frameworks instead of just reacting emotionally. When you are close to a problem, clarity is kind of hard. This gives me distance without disconnecting. It doesn't replace intuition, it sharpens it. I still decide, very clear, still decide, but I'm deciding with more awareness that the app can give me. Now, before I wrap up, I want to share 2 things: how to get better answers and how to use this responsibly. One thing I want to say very clearly is this: AI is only as useful as the way you talk to it. If you ask vague questions, you will get vague answers. So I'm very intentional with how I use it. First, I tell it who it's supposed to be, act as an expert in investing, act as a fitness coach, act as a language teacher. Second, I give it context, my goals, my constraints, my timeline. Third, I ask for the most up-to-date information available, and sometimes I challenge it. AI isn't here to replace thinking, it's here to sharpen your thinking. The second thing is about discernment and mental health. Now, this part is important. AI can be incredibly validating, sometimes too validating. If you come in emotional, frustrated, or hurt, and you ask for advice, it might reflect back exactly what you want to hear. So here's what I do. I will often ask it to play devil's advocate. What's the opposite perspective? What might I be missing? That's where clarity really comes from. Be careful not to outsource your intuition. The goal is clarity, it's not dependency. AI should support your decisions, not make them for you. And it is not a therapist. If you're dealing with real psychological distress or trauma or mental health challenges, please talk to a professional. This tool is useful, but you're still the one in charge. 2026 is a consequence year. The results you will see next year won't come from motivation, vision boards, or wishing things were different. They will come from the system that you put in place right now. For me, using AI this way wasn't about doing more. It was about thinking clearly, deciding deliberately, and following through. If this video made you rethink how you're approaching 2026, don't keep it to yourself. Send it to a friend who keeps saying next year will be different, or to someone who's overwhelmed but capable, or someone who needs more structure than motivation. And if you're serious about stepping into 2026 with intention, tell me in the comments, what's the first project you're committing to? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take very good care of yourselves, and you will see me in the next video. Bye.